Well, hello there. Welcome to this edition of Thought for the Week. A pleasure to be with you yet again. We're talking about Christians in battle, and sometimes the battle can be pretty intense, can't it? And rather subtle on occasions. And sometimes we don't realize that we're in a spiritual conflict and we tend to think it's something different. But I have to say that spiritual conflict is a major problem for us as believers, and we need to recognize it and fight it with the weapons that the Lord provides us with. Supremely, the sword of the Spirit, which is His precious word. But we do face conflict, don't we, at the most basic levels of our lives, sometimes through sickness, sometimes through financial pressures. All kinds of things can attack us, and we have to approach them as being conflict and treat them as such, applying spiritual weapons to these things. I've had a bit of an attack in the last 2 or 3 months in regard to my health, and that's been a real test. I've been under tremendous pressure, and stress seems to grow and grow. The problem is, in this particular thing that I was attacked with, stress is the governing factor. So it's a no-win situation. So it's no wonder, is it, that at times like this, we turn to the Lord because we're fighting it on a spiritual footing. We're fighting it as the Lord wants us to fight it. And it's exciting because the Lord is with us in those circumstances. So we have no cause to fear. But my goodness, it can be frustrating sometimes when we're waiting on the Lord and not really getting the breakthrough we hope for. I remember when I was a young person that I saw a very interesting taxi in London. It was shaped like a taxi, but in fact, it was a limo. It was a limousine. And it was blue and green stripes, most arresting, most extraordinary. And it belonged to a very, very wealthy financier, a man called Nubar Gulbenkian. Some of you may have heard that name. Well, he was an extremely wealthy man and financed part of the Second World War for us, which was pretty tremendous. But he had people working for him, as you might imagine, and he carried around with him a stack of little cards. And he would write his instructions on one side of the card and hand it to his employee. And when the employee turned the card over, on the other side was printed, as was printed on all the cards, "Action this day." My goodness me, he expected a quick response. Action this day. My goodness me, and woe betide you if you didn't do it. Now, I'm a bit like that with the Lord, I have to say. I ask him for things and I expect it all to happen immediately. But quite often the Lord says, no, no, no. Now is not the time, or this is not the way. The Lord will deal with it. He will answer my prayer, but in his time and in his way. I need to learn patience. Lord, give me grace. We're going to be having a look at a few characters who demonstrate that over the next couple of weeks. So I look forward to talking to you about them. But for now, may the Lord bless you and give you patience. Bye-bye for now.